All right, Rob, thank you. We are tracking the road. I want to give you a look at Highway 99 at Mack Road if you're headed towards Sacramento, the downtown area this morning. Look at this reflection. I know it's a little blurry, but the point here is that all of the major highways headed into town are wet this morning, 10 and 2. This is certainly one of those days you don't want to use the cruise control. Also, up at Kingvale, there is some snow on the sides of the roads, but right now, no chain restrictions in effect for normal vehicles, only for the semis. If you're headed up on 80 on Highway 50, the chain controls that were in effect have been lifted. And then if you are traveling on 88 this morning, there are some chain restrictions. Also, we want to show you right now what it looks like up in the Sierra. So everything is wet until you get to about Blue Canyon, where then it turns to ice in the pink and of course snow along the sides of the road. So just take it slow there. In the Sacramento area, we're also following a couple of accidents, a tree down Almond Avenue and Greenback Lane in Orangevale. That means the roads are saturated, as is the ground. The Tracy Triangle also getting it back up this morning. 54 minutes. Tracy to Livermore on 205 West. Megan, back over to you. And we are seeing a lot of accidents this morning. I want to show you Highway 50 right now. This is at Howe Avenue. Look at all of these headlights. If you are coming into town from Folsom, expect some big delays this morning. Also 99 and I-5 in the northbound direction. A lot of slowing as well. You can see here West Sacramento if you're headed towards San Francisco this morning. Wet roads. That's what the green here is on the map. There is an accident there. And then also I'm starting to see ponding all over the area. Even when the rain stops, please keep in mind that the ground is still saturated, and I'm starting to see a trend. Not one tree down, but now there's two, and this is happening as you head from Orangevale, Almond Avenue, Greenback Lane, and then up toward Cameron Park, another one. So south of Folsom Lake, this area, the ground is very wet, and Bass Lake Road and Magnolia Drive, that's where we are seeing two different trees down. We do want to take a quick look at your drive times this morning. If you're headed in, there is a big backup on 205 Tracy to Livermore, 67 minutes right now, and 80 Fairfield to Berkeley towards San Francisco. It's going to take you more than an hour. Megan, over to you. Yeah, just a couple of minutes ago, CHP is reporting that there is an accident at 50 and Bradshaw as you're headed toward Sacramento this morning. Multiple vehicles involved, so this is certainly going to cause backups. I also want to talk about the summit because you mentioned it, Rob. Donner Pass right now, you can see the road does not have snow on it, but that doesn't mean that it's not icy and that it's not ponding. Right now, trucks are being screened, semis, and then on the 50 side, they have lifted chain controls. So this is a look at all of the restrictions across the board. So far right now, nothing major to worry about. If you're headed up from 80 or 50, just stay safe and slow. Of course, as we monitor things throughout the day, this pink shows that there is some ice up in the high country. Please let anyone know who's driving. Also, some ponding I want to show you. First, Elk Grove, if you're headed towards Sacramento this morning, 99, there is an accident. You might want to choose the I-5 side. Rio Vista, though, we're also seeing some ponding on the road if you're headed in on 12 toward San Francisco. And then one more look at our drive times this morning. Again, there's a major backup right now on 99 because of that accident. It'll take you 27 minutes to get to the downtown area, and then also 80 Roseville to Sacramento, 22 minutes, Megan. All right, Rob, thank you. We have a lot going on the roads this morning. Let me go back to this first, though. Highway 50 at Howe Avenue. Look at all of the headlights headed toward downtown Sacramento. The traffic is very bad right now if you're headed in from Folsom or even from Cameron Park. And also we're seeing several accidents on the I-5 corridor if you're heading up from the Pocket this morning toward downtown, down to 15 miles an hour. Over on the Interstate 80 corridor, North Highlands into downtown, down to 16 miles per hour. And again, that's because of multiple accidents reported by CHP. Also, now we have 3 trees down. Why is this so important? Well, the ground is saturated. We've got one near Granite Bay on Hill Road, another one just south of Folsom near Orangevale, and then also toward the Pollock Pines area on 50 if you're headed up toward Cameron Park, also on Bass Lake Road. If you do have older trees near your home, please use this opportunity to check with an arborist, have them come out and check if you have an old tree that might become uprooted, because while these grounds are saturated, we have more rain again next week. Right now, drive times, if you are living near Tracy going into Livermore this morning, big backup on 205 West. Another major accident, Fairfield to Berkeley. It is taking nearly 2 hours just to get through that stretch of Interstate 80 towards San Francisco, Megan. And we also have one more story we want to tell you about. Drivers, get ready for big crowds. Of course, if you are headed out for Thanksgiving, that is also just a week away from today. My goodness. AAA does expect that more than 50 million Americans will travel next week for the holiday, most by car, despite the gas prices slightly ticking up. Experts say the worst time to leave town will be next Tuesday, Wednesday. That is, of course, really bad during rush hour, but in general, in the morning and at night, it's going to be bad. If you're flying, flights are the cheapest they've been in 4 years, so maybe book that last-minute flight rather than hitting the roads. even if it's expensive, at least you'll avoid some of the traffic backups.
Yeah, I wonder why. That's a good heads up. Thank you, personality.
Altuve is 5'6". He reminds me a lot of Woodland's Dustin Pedroia.
Okay.
Two smaller guys with a lot of pop.
Good for him. And as Dina Kupfer says, big and good things come in small packages.
That's exactly right.
Right, girlfriend?
That's
right.
Yes.
See, and
Oh.
look, see, you're not the tallest guy in the world.
Oh!
Well, we're talking about Altuve. Why you got to run me down?
Just saying.
Right.
Good things come in small packages.
Right. Right on. Wow.
Right
Awesomeness.
on and fight
There you
on. Go, Aaron Judge.
Dina, good things in smaller packages, indeed.
Thank you, Dina.
Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite smaller package.
Yes.
Dina Kupfer.
Which, by the way, doing so good on traffic this morning. Learning a ton, right? Well, great.
Thanks,
I love
Megan.
I love you on traffic.
I love
think it's
you.
so fun.
See, she knows how to make me feel better after you dog the short
Look,
people.
she brought it up. I'm just playing along. I mean, what do you know?
All right, everyone, keep it locked here. Let's take a look at the roads in South Lake Tahoe. Speaking of traffic, wet roads, like we've been saying all morning. Rob, you're chiming in now.
She's got a lot of really specific information.
You know what
We
I
got
love?
a tree down over here on this random road way
She's
out in the middle of
Emmy-
nowhere. But
No.
remember, this road's been leaning over for the last couple of weeks, and it hasn't really looked that great, especially the last couple of days. And unfortunately, it just didn't make it.
Wait, really quick. Emmy Award-winning traffic anchor.
Hey.
So we'll just end it on that note. Take it away, Rob.
Thanks, Megan.
Emmy Award-winning Rob.
Yeah, Rob's an Emmy award-winning meteorologist.
Hey, it was-
Hey,
yeah.
together.
I can't respond to that.
Leaves. Look at all those leaves.
Because now I'm going to have to go here when we all know this morning I've been about here.
Here.
Set that bar high.